How much is a mitzvah worth? What's the price of a mitzvah? Is there a list somewhere? How do you go check that out? The Chafetz Chaim would say that people set the prices, the value of their own mitzvahs. What does that mean? Imagine you're on your way to do a mitzvah. Say you're going to be mevakar chayla, you're going to visit somebody who's sick. And a friend stops you on the way and says, hey, do you want to come with us? We're going out for ice cream. And you say, but I'm going to do a mitzvah, I'm going to visit somebody in bed. They say, yeah, but it's a hot day, come have ice cream. You say, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to come with you. The mitzvah is more important to me. Okay, what if they say, we're going out for a steak dinner, we're going out to a new steakhouse, everything is delicious, I have a gift card, it's free, come, you'll have a good supper. And you say, okay, it's tempting, I'm going to come. I'll be mevakar chayla another day. So you just set the price of your mitzvah. It's worth more than ice cream and a little less than steak. We know exactly how much it's worth because that's how much you're willing to give up for it, and that's how much you're not willing to give up for it. Once we read about a Yid who did not have an easy life, but he was always very happy. He was an upbeat person. He had tremendous energy and simcha and mitzvahs, and they asked him why. And he said he worked in a neighborhood where there was a lot of challenges, a lot of nisyanis, a lot of things that would pull a person to look. He didn't want to look, he wanted to remain above it. So he trained himself to say, this block is $10 with a schar for sure. The next block, where there's bigger billboards and bigger signs, that's $50. And when I get to that intersection, where there's a lot of nisyanis, a lot of challenges, a lot of things that are pulling me to look, that's $500. He said every single night in bed, I would make an accounting how much money I made that day. I walked on that block 3 times, that's $30. And then I walked on the bigger block once, that's another $50. And I passed the intersection twice, that's twice $500. And he says, and it would amount in my head, I would amass a huge bank account of schusim, of how much value every one of those nisyanis have. So of course I appreciate a mitzvah, because I set the value in a mitzvah in my mind. A friend of mine told me he was in Vegas in business, and the hotel where he stayed had put up new signs and new billboards and new lighting. And one of the managers was chatting with him, and he told him that they had invested $750,000 in just looking attractive in the facade of the building and the outside of the building. They said because there's so much competition from the other hotels that they need to stand out, and they're trying to get people to look at them and look in their directions. So my friend told me, they spent $750,000 to get people to look. If I don't look, that means not looking is worth more than $750,000 because they spent all that money and they can't get me to look. So my schar for the mitzvah is more than $750,000. It's time to start appreciating, celebrating our own heroism, celebrating our own strength, appreciating the value every single time we stand tall, because as much value as we give a mitzvah, that's how much value it's going to have.